welcome to this episode of Callie and Craig Cook.
Hook, yes.
Callie and Craig Talk. I'm Callie.
And I'm Craig.
Yeah, and today we are cooking again.
Yeah, that's what we like to do.
We do like to cook. I mean, I like to talk books, but we can do both at the same time.
Hmm
So we can cook and talk books at the same time. So
Um,
today is kind of exciting. I'm actually super excited about what we're making. I said kind of exciting, and that's an understatement because I'm actually really excited.
We're actually making two recipes. So are you more excited about one over the other or both pretty equally?
I don't know because so our friend sent us his bread recipe and we've been wanting to try that. So we're going to be making, is it called mountain bread? I don't know what it's called.
I
It's a
thought you were calling
really
it cloud bread. I don't know.
I
It's
don't think
bread.
it's I don't think it's cloud bread though, because cloud bread is like, I don't know. All right, we don't even know what we're making. We're making bread. We're making a loaf of bread, and then we're making crockpot lasagna soup.
Yes, we are.
Yeah. So we're excited about that. I have made lasagna in the crockpot before. Have you ever done that?
I've never made lasagna in any way, shape, or form in my entire life. So you are taking my
Wow.
lasagna virginity.
Sweet. Well, this I have the giggles today already. This is going to be a long episode. Um, I have made lasagna before, and I can only get it right like one every 4 times because I like a
hmm
nice, really thick, like tall lasagna.
Yep.
hmm And I don't like them when they're flat. I've had like a lot of people that make it and they're only like 1 or 2 layers, but I like a nice, like literal, like 5 or 6 layer lasagna. So it needs to be like
hmm
really like, I don't know how many inches that is, but real thick.
hmm
But at the last time I made lasagna, I found a recipe to make it in the crock pot, and it was actually amazing because I didn't have to cook like pre-cook the noodles or do anything. I just put everything in the crock pot and then it cooked up so like so good. And I wouldn't have thought that those thick ass like lasagna noodles would cook well inside there, but they
hmm
did. It was probably the best lasagna I ever made, to be honest.
And it had sort of the traditional layers
Yeah,
of lasagna.
yeah, yeah. So it was really like it was deep and good. And then yeah, okay. So we actually do need to get started though, because we
Yeah,
have a million other things to do today because we
weird.
are
Yeah,
recording on a Saturday, which depending on our mood, we call Stupid Saturday or Super Saturday.
one or the other, or both.
Generally, generally it's Super Saturday unless there's something we don't want to deal with. Which means that we will be working for the rest of the day. So,
Hmm.
which one do we need to start with first? Probably the meat.
Yeah. Do either of us actually have the recipe open?
I'm gonna get it open right now. I have the ingredients. Does that help?
Yes, I have that too.
Okay, so if you want to read the ingredients, you can, and then I'll pull up the recipe. You want to do that? And
Sure, I
then,
can do that.
yeah, while I'm looking for it, heaven forbid we were
I
organized here.
yeah. So for listeners at home, this is the like. Thank God I had most of these ingredients, or else this would be the most expensive soup ever. But we need a pound of ground beef, 4 cups of beef broth, 12 ounces of lasagna noodles, half an onion, a bell pepper, can of crushed tomatoes, 2 cloves of garlic, dried basil, dried oregano, red pepper flakes, salt, pepper, mozzarella cheese, Parmesan cheese, and ricotta cheese. And then there's the option of fresh parsley or basil for garnish, which I did not do. Did you get anything
Well,
for garnish?
no, we're both going to omit that. Yeah, I'm not one for garnish unless I'm cooking for company.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I'm
Like,
with you.
eh, like unless I'm trying to make it look really pretty, because otherwise, like, why do I want it? I'm just gonna take it off. All right, no pretties for us. So the first thing we need to do is get out our ground beef and brown it up. I bought ground beef. It says you could use sausage, but we didn't want to use sausage. And
Oh,
I
yeah. I've
actually
got ground beef.
don't like Italian sausage in lasagna very much.
Okay.
You like it?
I've
Or
never
you have it?
actually, no, I can't have Italian sausage, but I've
Yeah.
never heard of sausage and lasagna. That's a new concept to me.
Yeah, well, this says it says brown ground beef or sausage. I've never had it in oh no, I have. Yeah. I have had it that way before. I just find the texture of ground Italian sausage in there kind of weird because it's kind of
Hmm.
chewy. And I don't know. I'm so big on mouth feels, things that don't.
Hmm. 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 Hmm.
But yes, all right. So my meat is in, and I have just a little bit over a pound. I
Yeah,
don't know
I
how
have.
Safeway does it for you. Do you always have exactly the measurement?
Mm, sorry, that was a bit of a laugh because the grocery stores in Canada, it was exposed in the news that they are overcharging you for meat. They're saying, oh, you have 450 grams, which is about a pound. You might actually have 400. Like that just hit the news last week.
Oh,
So
oh,
theoretically, I have 492 grams, which is just over a pound, but we'll see. I have no idea. How much is it
we should have
actually?
weighed it. We should have weighed it. I didn't know this was a
Uh,
controversy. We should have weighed it. Where's this food scale?
all right, I've got it right here. The only thing is right now it's the meat and the tray, so I'll have to measure the tray afterward to subtract. So
Yeah.
meat and tray is 530. So far
Oh,
we're good. All right, I'm
yeah.
gonna take the meat out. Gonna whip out my meat.
Oh.
And this weighs 24 grams, which means that was over 500
So
grams of
five,
meat. So
yeah,
I got a
506.
discount. Yeah,
Ah, good for you. So maybe they just can't count there.
maybe, but I'm not going to refund the grocery store for that.
No, absolutely not. Yeah, I had just a little bit over a pound, but I find that my store can never, like when I'm choosing from the selection, it's either a little bit over or it's a little bit under. And I often wonder why they don't do the even measurements, like 1 pound, two
Yeah,
pounds, one and a half, one and a quarter, or whatever. Because like I feel like, I don't know, maybe we're the minority that cooks with like the precise amount. Because I'd prefer to not waste meat or buy extra meat or have less. Like I just want what the recipe
yeah.
calls for. Are we supposed to season this? Let's see. In a skillet over medium heat, brown your ground beef or sausage, break it up into small pieces, letting it get nice and golden. I don't know that my ground beef gets golden, but okay. Once it's fully cooked, drain any excess fat. So we're not adding any seasoning at this point.
Hey,
Um, which feels all kinds of wrong to me, I have to be honest.
we are
We
just raw dogging the meat. All right,
we have to trust the process.
trust the process.
Trust the freaking process. Oh man, I really hope your present gets to you soon. That's the process I'm having a
Yeah.
difficult time trusting right now.
I hope so too. I'm kind of tempted, like I mentioned before we got on air, there's this box that is just rolling around outside, and I'm kind of tempted to go out and make sure it doesn't have my name and address on the box.
My God,
Uh,
Craig, do you know like what a freaking nightmare that would be? Honestly, I can't
so
even
to make
consider
it
that to be
even
a
worse,
possibility.
we first noticed the box. It's like an empty box. It's been ripped open. We first noticed it on the sidewalk in front of our house.
Oh
Like it
my
wasn't
God,
down the
Craig.
street. We noticed it there.
Oh my God, Craig. I don't even know what to say right now. Like that package cost me $76 to mail. That's not even including what's
But
inside of it.
so I
My
did
God,
have
Craig,
that
don't.
thought. I did have that thought. But if you're like, okay, there's a box on someone's front step, I'm gonna steal it and run away. Do you like pick it up, stop in front of the person's house, rip open the box, take the contents of the box and leave the box behind? No,
Well,
you
I
would
would
take the
think
whole
you would
thing.
just take the whole box, but there was a really
Yeah.
nice gift box inside of it. So, like,
Hmm.
theoretically, they could have opened it to see what was inside, to see if it was like baby diapers or something, and then
Mm,
been
yep.
like, oh, this is a really nice box, and then taken the gift box and just been like, screw this other box.
Hmm.
No, stop. This
Yeah.
is ridiculous. Don't get me on board with this crazy theory. No, it's not. It has to get there. So I have had my present in my house from Craig here for, I don't know, 10 days
Few
now,
weeks
maybe.
now. Yeah.
Yeah. So, and I have been a very, very good best friend because my best friend asked that we open them on Zoom together. So I've been very patient in waiting for it. And it's getting harder by the day because I really hope I have my books in there. At least a book, the book that I want, our book, the cookies book better be in there, or else you're in big trouble. No matter what you
Hmm.
send me, if the cookies book is not in there, you're in big trouble. I'm looking at your face. You definitely put the cookies book in there, didn't you?
I
Don't.
don't remember what I put in there.
Don't.
I think what I
Yeah.
actually shipped you was Wizard. You're gonna be
I wish
surprised.
you
You're gonna open
did.
it, he'll come out and he'll attack you.
He won't. I'm sorry. I know we talked about it before. I think, I don't care what you say, it's fine. And I'm sure I'm wrong, but I'm going to live in the delusional world where Wizard has seen me with you every single day for
Hmm.
hours at a time. I really, really think if I came, he'd be like, oh, yeah, it's the lady he's on the computer with all the time. And he'd just be like, it's cool. She's fine. But maybe not. I don't know. I have no idea the way cats' brains work, but he still looks at me and smiles and waves. He doesn't like
Hmm.
attack the computer, but I'm also like not in his face. I don't know. Just let me live in my delusional world where I pretend that when I meet him, he's gonna
Yeah.
love me. Okay?
So when John
Doesn't
and
hurt
I had to
anyone.
go out of town for a wedding for like 5, 6 days,
Mm-hmm.
my mom took care of the cats. She
Yes.
came by twice a day, fed them, and like she fed them twice a day for like the whole week leading up to us going. So it was like
Mm-hmm.
2 weeks, and Wizard was still like angry at her every single time she came in. And then like
Yeah.
half a week after we got back, we had my family over for a barbecue, and my mom is like, I'm gonna go in and say hi to the cats. And like when she was coming when we were gone, she was wearing these like they call them gaiters. They cover your lower
Yeah.
legs and they're meant to
Yeah.
protect from snake bites. And she's
In
like,
water and
I'm not
stuff,
even
right? Yeah.
yeah, I'm not even gonna wear my gaiters. I'm just gonna go in, I'm gonna say hi to your cats, and they're gonna love me. And
Uh-huh.
the
They
long
did not.
story short, well, Shiger did, but Wizard did not enjoy it, and I used up my entire supply of bandages,
Oh
patching
my
up all the
God.
scratches on my mom's legs.
Oh my God. Okay. Well, a couple things. Okay.
Mhm.
Number one is she went there when you were gone and you're never
Yep,
gone. So
yep,
automatically he's already, besides that, we know that he doesn't like people being around, right? That are not you and John. She was also there when you were not there. So he's like already
mhm,
protecting the house. And he
yep,
already has the thing where he doesn't want anyone else there anyway. So she's like breaking two rules. So you
yep,
would think like after a couple days, oh, maybe I'm feeding him, but no, like I think that those two things are stronger than caring about the food. Um,
mhm,
and then yeah, when she comes back and you're there, he's like, oh hell no, we're not doing this again. He's like, this isn't
mhm.
happening. Cause then he just probably associates her with when she came over and you were gone. So like,
That's true.
yeah, I don't know. I have no idea. It's your kid. I just hope he likes me whenever I finally meet him when I'm 1,000. I don't know. When I'm dead,
Hmm.
you could just show him a picture of me and be like, did you like her? Would you have attacked her? All right, my meat is almost done. I don't know about yours.
Yep, my meat is almost done too. There's still a fair bit of pink, but
Oh
getting there.
yeah, mine is pretty good. I don't know why they said to make it golden. I've never had golden ground beef.
Yeah, that's an odd description.
Yeah, unless they meant like Italian sausage can get kind of golden.
Ah,
Like if
possibly.
it's brown, like because then it kind of turns that pale color and then it can have like a little bit of a golden color, I guess, to it. Yeah, mine's done, so I'm gonna take it off and drain it. But I will wait for you for the next step.
Hmm.
All right, let's pull this out and let's see. So after that, tell me when we're ready for the next step, but I'm gonna get my stuff out because you're gonna be, oh, you know what? You're gonna be ahead of me on the next step. Because
Oh,
the
is it the
next step
chopping?
is,
Yeah,
yeah, it's sauteing the onion and the garlic. So you're actually going to be ahead because your stuff is already chopped, right?
it is.
Oh.
And I don't normally have to drain beef, but I guess because it got lean instead of extra lean, there's quite a bit of fat in here.
Yeah, extra lean would have less. Oh, that makes sense. All right, so
Yeah, we use a
mine
different
is,
system. You're like percentages or something, right?
yes, yeah. So like there's like 93%, I think is the like the leanest one.
Yeah, because
What
we
is
have
yours?
regular lean and extra lean. So I don't even know
Oh,
what the numbers are because it doesn't say.
it doesn't even show you. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so let me turn that off. So we need, tell me when you're ready. I'm just gonna read
So
this and you can move when you're ready.
yeah,
What?
my ground beef is ready. Is it going in the crock pot? Because I would just scoop it into the crock pot and then dump the fat. Is that the plan? What did you do with your
Um,
beef?
I just left it in the strainer right now. It's just draining. So I have it
Oh, see, I
over
don't.
a bowl, so it's draining.
Okay. Yeah, I don't really want to use my strainer for beef. Uh,
Ah, so what are you doing with it?
'Cause
You just gonna like dip it, like tip it to the side or something?
I think what I'm gonna do is, since I'm using tongs, I'm just gonna pick up the beef, let it drain a
Ah,
bit,
okay.
and then transfer it over. I'm just gonna
Because
put
we're
it in the
gonna
crock
use,
pot because I assume it's going there.
oh, hold on, mister. Hold on, hold on. So the
Trust
next
my
step,
process.
so impatient today. Hold on, hold your freaking horses. What were you doing to me this morning? I said, hold your horses. And you said, I'm holding a cat. What were you doing? You
Hmm.
are rushy today. What is it? Hold on. In this,
I think you were getting the arranging a photo of your food for prepping this.
yeah, yeah. And I said, hold your horses. All right. In the same skillet, saute the chopped onion until soft and translucent. Add the garlic and saute for 30 seconds. Then add the onions and garlic to the slow cooker with the meat. So, yes, you can do that, buddy.
Okay. Yay.
You did it. You did it. You're so smart. I for some reason like I knew what we were doing, but I'm like, maybe it needs to be all mixed together. But that wouldn't make sense because it's all gonna be floating inside the pan. I mean inside the crock
Mhm.
pot. Okay, so how much onion do we actually need? So I know how much to chop up.
Think it said half an onion, didn't it?
I'm not using half an onion. That's so freaking much onion. That's a lot. I'm gonna use quarter of an onion. How
I
about that?
I hate using half an onion because then you've got this half an onion just floating around in your fridge and drying out.
Absolutely true. You're not wrong. Well, I really want to use onion powder, but since it's going in the crock pot, like if this were regular lasagna, I wouldn't even use this onion. I would just use the onion powder, but I think the crock pot is better to have it. Oh, wait, you were told me a trick about this.
Did
How
I?
did you tell me to cut it? Yeah, yeah, yeah. Because remember I said I always peel it way too much? I'm like peeling way too many layers off the onion, and you were like, oh, you just cut it like this, and then you peel whatever one off.
Oh, yeah. So sorry, my
Here,
cat is
look.
headbutting my arm because he wants to have the beef fat.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, so I
It's here.
cut it in half sideways. Yeah, like that. Yep.
Yeah.
And right down the middle. Yep.
Uh-huh.
And
And then
then
what?
whichever half you're using, then you cut the other end off, and then you can usually peel off the onion skin or the outer layer without taking off too much.
Okay. All right. Down the middle. And I'm not using my chopper, which means I'm gonna cry in a minute, and I don't really want
Okay,
to. Oh, you were
it's
crying
okay.
the other day.
Yes, I
Well, not
was.
not really crying,
Not
onion
crying.
crying.
I'm a man.
Onion
I
crying.
don't cry. No, it was a chemical reaction to the onions. That's what it was.
And I'm gonna cut the butt off, right? That's what you're saying?
Yep,
Cut the
toxic
butt.
masculinity. Yes.
No, I just meant that I didn't want people to think you were like, crying about nothing. You're crying about onions. Which we actually
Gosh.
still have more onions to do.
Oh my God. I have like 200 onions. Yes.
A lot of freaking onions. I haven't done onions in so long because I use the freaking chopper. I've used the chopper and now I
Hmm.
can't, I don't feel like
So
using it for this little measly amount.
Shiger got his wish because I dumped the beef fat in the sink and he's currently cleaning the sink for me.
Wow. See, he's a clean little kitty. Oh shit, this is why I don't like cooking with onions. One just like went flying. I have to grab
Ah,
because otherwise my house is gonna smell like freaking onions. This is a slippery onion. Does that mean it's bad?
I have no idea.
Um, I feel like we should ask John if John ends up being free in a little bit to go check that box. Make
I
make
think
sure it
he's
doesn't
going out
say,
for yeah, he's going out for the afternoon. I'll ask him to double check
yeah. Maybe we can just ask him so I can
because it's
cry.
right by his car. If it's still there, it was there yesterday. It was right by his car.
All right, so the onion is chopped and another piece went flying, so let me grab it. Okay. Yeah, that felt kind of slippery. I mean, I assume it's fine because it doesn't look weird or anything, but maybe it's just because I haven't cut onions by hand in so long because I've been
Hmm.
using the thing that I just forgot to feel. Okay, so in the same skillet, We're gonna saute the chopped onion until soft and translucent for 3
Okay.
to 4 minutes. Put that in. And I stupidly turned my burner off.
Oh, I
When you
did.
turned it
Okay.
off. You did too? Okay.
Yep.
Yeah. And then I'm actually gonna use, I'm not gonna use fresh garlic. I'm gonna use the other garlic just because of my allergy.
Okay.
Find that if I use the one that's minced already, like instead of fresh, it doesn't seem to be, I don't know, as potent or something. So.
Oh, yeah, there's probably like some chemical compound that's released when it's cut and then it degrades over time. That would make sense.
Yeah, yeah, because this I find when I use this, it doesn't hurt my head as much. But how much garlic was it?
I believe it was
You,
2 cloves. I'll double check.
so this
But
is
right
three
now it's
teaspoons.
just the onion, right?
It's just the onion for 3 to 4 minutes. So I'm gonna put the
Yeah, and it
timer
was
on now.
2 cloves.
Okay. Yeah, onion really does fly around a lot.
It can, yeah.
How much are you using for the onions?
I feel like I'm not using enough, but it did only call for half a cup. If I can show you, that's about how much I've got.
Oh, that's about how much I have. Okay.
Okay.
That looks like almost our pans could be like interchangeable right now. They look exactly
Okay.
the same. Yeah. I'm really excited about using my new Dutch oven that I got.
Yes, that'll be for the bread, right?
Yeah, for the bread. Right after the, see, look, you want to see it? I didn't even get to show it to you.
Sure.
It's pretty, right?
Ooh, I like it. Yeah,
Yeah,
very nice.
I really wanted the pink one though. But since I forgot to buy it, I didn't have a choice. Because Target didn't have one. And I thought maybe like Home Goods might have a pink one, but I know you don't have a Home Goods there, but you have, what did we say you have? TJ Maxx or what was it?
We have Winners, which I
It's
think is the same
Winners.
company. Yeah.
Yeah. But I think I've told you before, Home Goods, the lines here are just insane. So like if you get in line for
Yes.
Home Goods, you really have to want whatever it is. So I didn't want to take a chance that it was there and then be late for our meeting because
Mm-hmm.
took a freaking hour in line at Home Goods. So a mint green one is what I have. What color is
Okay.
yours? Yours silver?
No, it's
Or
blue.
blue?
It's like a sky blue. Or an
Ooh,
aquamarine, sky blue, somewhere around that range.
pretty. That's pretty. All right, so my
Mhm.
onions are cooking up. I feel like we should have left some of the grease in here. Yours probably has a little bit though.
It does, yeah.
Mine does not. That's okay.
So the garlic that we grew, there's two
Mhm.
different types. One of them has massive cloves. Like this is
Look
one
at
clove
that.
of garlic.
It's
It's
huge.
like Safeway grocery store garlic. This is about the size of 4 cloves, maybe.
Yeah,
But
that's
the
pretty
recipe
big.
calls for 2 cloves. So I'm gonna put in 2 of these giant ass cloves, the extra garlicky.
All right, so I think my onions are pretty well cooked.
Yeah,
And
they're
I'm
looking
just
good. They're
gonna,
kind of translucent.
just gonna add the garlic. I just need to turn mine down though. It's up too hot now.
Oh, is it time to add the garlic? Okay, I'm like
If you're,
half a
when
step
yours is
behind you.
done, so it has 20, no, you're fine, because it still has 20 seconds for the 3 to
Hmm.
4 minutes, but it just depends on if yours are translucent or not.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna get my garlic ready, but I'll wait for you. Um, so it's, wait, 1 teaspoon equals 1 clove, so I need. Okay, now it's time for sleeping. How does yours look now? Good?
It looks good. I'm just struggling with peeling this garlic.
Oh boy.
And it's too big, like you can crush the clove, but these cloves are too big to crush, so then can't
It's
really do that
huge.
trick.
They're huge. I don't even know. I don't know what to compare it to for a listener at home. It's like literally like 5, like probably 5 cloves in one.
Okay, all
I
right,
think.
I've got it peeled. I'm just gonna do the 1 clove because this pan is starting to spark. Not spark, but there's
Oh,
something's crisping and popping up.
okay.
So I'm adding my garlic.
Uh,
In we go.
this is the oatmeal all over again.
Oatmeal all over again. God, that was scary.
Is this the
Fire
same?
alarm went off,
Is this the
exploded
same
in the
burner?
microwave. Yes, it is.
Okay. So we're just gonna cook it for only 30 seconds, the garlic though.
Yeah,
Yeah, okay.
yeah, I'm turning it down. Yeah, well, I think it's like there's little bits of meat left in the pan and they're like getting overcooked and the fat is making it kind of explode. One of them just flew and
Yeah.
hit me in the face.
Oh my God, you're under attack.
I am,
Goodness. Yeah,
but things
only
are starting
30
to smell
seconds.
like they're burning. So yeah, I had to turn it
Yes.
down. Oh yeah, my pan is nice and dry and things are going black.
I take it off there then. Because really
Yep,
it doesn't need to cook anymore. Like honestly, it's fine. I would not even, I just take it off. Don't even question it. Okay,
I'm
so then
gonna
we're gonna add
add
the,
I'm adding a
what?
bit of water just because I need to be able to get the stuff off the bottom of the pan.
Oh, it's like stuck
Ouch.
to it.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah.
All
And
right.
then all of it just goes into the crock pot.
Weren't we supposed to saute the peppers a bit too?
Not with this, not at this point.
Oh, okay.
What if I forgot it? I don't think I did. Hold on 1 second. I'll check. This says garlic, right? I smell ginger for some reason. No, it says garlic. Okay. Yeah, saute the onion and the garlic in the same skillet. Saute chopped onion until translucent. Add the garlic. Then add onions and garlic to the slow cooker with the meat. Okay.
Okay.
So that's the next step is just add the onions, the garlic, and the meat to the slow cooker. Ooh, but I gotta put my little my protective cover on my crock pot so I
Oh,
don't have to do
yes.
dishes later. Um, but I showed it to you, remember? And
Mm-hmm.
now I don't know what I did with it. I was like,
Uh-oh.
hey, look what I got. And now
I
I don't
remember
know
that.
what the hell I did with it because I don't see it. What the frig? What did
Hmm.
I do with it? Craig, I just showed it to you like 5 minutes ago. I'm not
Would
gonna
you have put it in cupboard? Because like you
uh
knew you were going to use it in 10 minutes.
yeah, I'm not gonna hold this up. So like if I end up having to not oh here it is, here it is, here it is. Thank goodness.
Was it right
All
in
right.
front of you the whole time?
It was behind the broth box, like the big
Okay.
broth box, the container was behind
Yeah.
that. All right, so but yeah, this is really cool. You really like I know that you don't like to waste stuff, which I admire you for. But so the bag, you just take it and it just goes right inside the crock pot. And then
Hmm.
after you scoop everything out, you just take the bag out and you just toss it.
Hmm. Okay, that
And
seems
then the
handy.
crock pot's totally clean. Then you don't have to clean it, which is pretty awesome. Okay, so in goes the baggie. Yeah, we found them one day and we thought that was like the greatest thing because we're always making like roast and stuff. But I
Hmm.
hate washing afterwards. All right, in it goes, and then so the meat goes in. I do smell ginger, and I don't know why. I'm wondering what if there was like ginger left over or something somewhere. Like
Hmm.
on that the pan I used might have been the pan that I
Oh
cooked the
yeah.
ginger with. So I wonder if the smell is just kind of coming out a little bit because it's a cast iron pan. Okay,
Oh, I see. Yeah.
okay, so next, pour in the crushed tomatoes, tomato sauce. What tomato sauce?
There is no tomato sauce.
There's no tomato sauce. And beef broth. What tomato sauce? Oh, maybe it just means the stuff that's in with the crushed tomatoes.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah, because there was no
Let's go
tomato
with that.
sauce.
That makes sense. Let's go with that.
It has to be. Pour in the crushed tomatoes, tomato sauce, and beef broth. Yeah, because if we look at hold on. There's no way in hell we both missed it.
No,
And
no, I'm looking at it again.
why would there be sauce in here? That would make it not, it just means the stuff that's in with the crushed tomatoes,
Yeah.
like the juice. All right, so let's go back to where we're supposed to be. Pour in the crushed tomatoes, tomato sauce, and beef broth. How much beef broth is it?
It is 4 cups of beef broth.
Oh, and I think my container is 32 ounces.
Okay, I just have the powdered stuff, so I'm gonna have to quickly whip it up.
Okay. And then your tomatoes, are those, did you have to buy a can?
I did. Well, I have crushed
Oh,
tomatoes, but they're not here. I store food at my mom's house.
yeah.
Oh, these crushed tomatoes look like tomato sauce, so
Yeah.
I never
And
buy canned tomatoes, so I'm always like, how is this different than tomato sauce? I have no idea.
it's a little different. Hold on. But I did not open my can properly. So it's like half open and the stuff is not coming out. Come on, how is this happening for real? Remember I told you 50 times on these episodes that I need to like be told to open my stuff beforehand.
I just put the sauce in,
Oh,
crushed
because you
tomatoes
have to
in. Now I'm
make
gonna
it.
make the broth.
How do you make it?
You just mix it with hot water.
That is a lot of broth.
I will
Then
find
add,
out in a minute.
yeah, no. Italian seasoning, salt and pepper. And then after that is the Italian seasoning, salt and pepper, which again seems kind of
So
weird.
when does a bell
Uh,
pepper go in?
Don't know, bestie. I'm looking. What?
There's
It's
nothing
not
for
even on
cats.
here.
Get out of here. There's nothing for cats.
It's not even in here. It's what the hell? How did I? It's not even in here. I'm looking at the directions. I'm being totally honest.
So I believe you.
Like, so yeah, saute the onion and garlic. So it's brown the meat, saute the onion and garlic. Okay. Add tomatoes and broth. And then it's add the Italian seasoning, salt, and pepper. Break the noodles into bite-sized pieces, stir them in. Slow cook for 4 to 6 hours or 2 to 3 hours on high. And then about 10 minutes before, stir in the ricotta, mozzarella, and Parmesan. Well, I added Parmesan. It doesn't say that goes on top. Ladle into bowls. Yeah, it does not. It just says
So
roasted
should
vegetables like zucchini and carrots. But why? Where did it say peppers or did we combine two recipes?
one bell pepper diced. So
I'm
should we
just
just add
looking.
peppers to the crock pot?
I I I guess so. I'm gonna read this other direction she made. One bell pepper dice gives a pop of color and mild sweetness. So I'm just gonna read this other direction. Add beef broth, crushed onions, onion, bell pepper. Okay, so she has two sets of instructions. So the one doesn't have it, and then this one does. So cook the ground beef, and then this is totally different. Okay, I don't understand. So you know how they have the directions, right? Like
Mm-hmm.
like this way, like spelled out, and then they have the recipe card. So the
Yep.
recipe card has different steps than the other card. So this one says
Oh, okay.
this one doesn't even say the onion though.
Okay.
That's what
And like, didn't you
this
just say Italian seasoning? Because that is not on the ingredient list.
that's what I'm saying. So this says cook the ground beef in a skillet over medium heat, right? Then it says
Mm-hmm.
add ingredients to slow cooker. Add beef broth, crushed tomatoes, onion, bell pepper, garlic, basil, oregano, red pepper flakes, salt, and pepper.
Oh, okay. All right. So
And
I
then it
guess
says,
at this
then
point we're
this
just,
one, wait, this one says cook and cover and cook for low 6 to 7 hours.
oh, okay. All right.
Can you help me? I don't understand what's happening right now. So should we use the recipe
So
card?
but I think at this point we're adding everything except the noodles and the cheese, right? Or everything except the cheese.
So this is the problem. The problem is the two recipes on the same damn page say different things because the first one says to break the noodles up and cook it for all that time. And then this one says about 30 minutes before serving, add the noodles to the soup.
Okay. I would probably add them 30 minutes before serving because then they won't be like mush.
Okay, so then we're going with this recipe. We're
Okay.
going with the recipe card. Yes?
All right. Sure.
Will you look at it so that way you don't think I screwed up? Because I don't really want
Oh,
you
I
thinking
believe
that
you.
I
I
screwed up.
believe you. I believe you. I believe you.
I don't, it's the same damn page. And the
Yeah.
thing is not the same. But you know what this is? This is a case of AI, I bet. The same as where they're taking your
Ah.
recipes off your website. So it's like it tried to combine two things and then us two idiots made one and it's not even the right thing. So good thing you brought that up. Okay, so half an onion dice, so one bell pepper dice. So yes, so at this point, what the hell? Okay. Beef broth,
Let's,
crushed tomatoes, onion,
yeah.
bell pepper, garlic, basil, oregano, red pepper flakes, salt, and pepper. So I'm gonna cut my pepper up and then we need to put all that stuff in and just mix it all up.
Perfect. I'm gonna go find my frozen bell pepper.
Okay, take your time. I'll be here crying about this. I didn't do it. This is totally not my fault. Yeah, but I would feel better waiting for the pasta too, because I was thinking the noodles, because originally remember we said it was gonna be 6 to 7 hours. And
Yeah.
then now it said 3 to 4, and I'm like, what, can I not read or something all of a sudden? So now I feel a little better. Okay, cut this pepper up. See, this is when it would be better if you had a food truck, because if you had the food truck, you wouldn't have to like go searching for things, because everything would be
That's
nearby.
true.
What kind of food truck would you have if you had a food truck?
Uh, I don't know. That's a problem. Like I make a lot of preserved. I love cooking, but I don't really make like here's like I have 5 different recipes to make a Mexican food truck or something like
That's
that. That's my
true.
problem.
Yeah. What about like a
And then
sandwich
like
truck? You make all kinds of preserves. You could make like cool
that's
sandwiches,
true.
maybe.
Like a lot of the preserved are sandwich friendly. Like you could have
Yeah.
some uh you could have like ham and cheese with with pickled garlic and
Yeah. That'd be kind of cool.
cheese or something. Yeah.
Yeah. I would have like a cupcake or a bakery on wheels, like a bakery one. That would be the only one I
Ooh,
would want. Because I
that
think I
sounds
would get
fun.
sick of smelling like hamburgers and stuff all day. That's why like a sandwich
Yeah,
one I think would be okay, because you wouldn't have that many funky smells going around in there.
yeah. I used to work at a diner. My first job was a dishwasher
Yeah.
at a diner, and
Yeah.
you get used to the smell of burgers pretty quick, but then you realize that everything you take to the diner smells like burgers permanently.
Yeah. Yeah. I think I told you before, but one of my first jobs was working at Dunkin' Donuts. So like
Ah, yes.
I smelled like donuts, which
Hmm.
nobody was complaining about. Like, cause my friends were like,
Yeah.
dude, you smell like donuts. And I was like, okay. But then I just hated the smell of because it was like a mix of donuts and coffee
Ah, yeah.
that I would smell like. So I smell
And
like coffee and donuts, and I'm like 17 years old. No, I was not supposed to be working there. For anyone keeping track, I was not supposed to be working at Dunkin' Donuts at 17 years old.
you're not supposed to work at Dunkin' Donuts at 17?
Maybe now, but back then you had to be 18. But
Oh.
my mom knew the district manager, so he hired me, which like, I feel like it was a lot easier to do things like under the table slash illegal back then, because I don't think
Hmm.
things were checked as much as they are now. All right, so my pepper is in. Yours is
Yep,
in?
mine too. Yep.
Okay, so what we need from you is the measurements for these spices is what we need.
We need a teaspoon of basil and a teaspoon of oregano.
Okay. Let me grab a
I'm
teaspoon.
just gonna eyeball it because I don't do things properly.
Okay, I probably should have looked for this beforehand. Basil and oregano. So there's oregano.
Red pepper flakes, but that's optional. I'm not sure if I want red pepper flakes.
Mm, basil, oregano. I'm just gonna use some of this Italian seasoning because I don't
Yep,
know where my basil is, so I don't feel like
sure.
digging through. So I'm just gonna use a little bit of this. And then I think I am gonna add a little bit of crushed red pepper because I would like a little kick to it.
All
Um,
right, I guess I'll do that too.
You don't have to. I just a tiny bit, like not much. So I don't even think a teaspoon. I don't know how to like how much is just a little bit of red pepper, you think? Like half a
Uh,
teaspoon?
well, they say half a teaspoon, so if you want just a little bit, you probably want less than that.
Okay. Sprinkle then. All right, so that's in. And then oh, salt and pepper. How much salt and pepper do we need?
To taste.
What? So
Yeah,
is
that's
that like
helpful.
add it after? Should I add it like after, you think? That would be
No, you
weird, no?
generally add it now.
Okay.
The thing I've learned
Um,
about cooking is that salt is actually pretty important for flavor. I don't like adding a lot of salt, but I've learned if you add a lot, it just tastes better.
yeah.
I think I'm out of pepper.
And I can't find my salt. Here, you can borrow mine.
Mhm. Okay, I need to
Where
look for
is,
pepper. I'm out of pepper.
I'm looking for salt. I got it. Okay. And it's so we're gonna try a teaspoon, you think? Or you think that's too much? Feels
I
like
don't
a
know. I
lot.
just kind of, whoopsie. I just kind of shook it on top. I
That
don't know where
doesn't.
my black pepper is, so I'm going to use white pepper.
Ooh, fancy. White pepper keeps making an appearance lately. We've used that white pepper. We've talked about white pepper, I feel like, on the last couple episodes.
Yeah, we
Because
needed it for something.
it was for the ginger beef, and then I think there was one other thing, but I didn't have it for
Ah,
that.
yes.
So, all right. So I may have went a little heavy on the Italian seasoning,
That sounds fine to me.
but it was 2 teaspoons, and you did a teaspoon of each of the other ones, right? So
That's
wasn't
true.
that? So that can't be too much.
No, that sounds right.
Maybe. Okay. Well, we'll see. All right. Done. Oh yeah. No, that would be double everything then. So I should have just done one, right? But no,
No, because
not
I have two
technically.
teaspoons total. You have two
Yeah.
teaspoons total.
Okay. Okay. All right. We're all okay here. So
Yep,
then mix it all up, cover and cook on low for 6 to 7 hours or 3 to 4 hours on high. And we are cooking on low.
we are.
All right, and it goes. And then half an hour before we want to eat, we need to put the lasagna noodles in. Wow, I'm really glad that you brought the pepper up because we would have been using the wrong recipe.
Yeah,
That's so weird. Yeah, but remember we did just see that with your website. Like I said, with the recipes that they were showing up on other people's sites. And
yeah, and
it was
apparently,
obviously AI.
and that's apparently a big thing in the recipe blogging and even recipe book industry right now is AI is just scraping from all these sites and creating new websites and new books, and then you get errors like this. And with the preserving stuff that I do, like AI could easily introduce a mistake that could be have life-altering
Well,
consequences
fatal.
because
Yeah, it could be
fatal
fatal. Yeah,
consequences. Because if you
yeah,
don't do canning right, you run the risk of botulism, which could kill you and does kill
yeah,
people.
yeah.
Um,
Super scary.
yeah, and like we were looking at some recipe blogs when we were looking for the soup recipe, and they have like the picture of the person that's the chef, and we're like,
Oh, yeah.
that one is an AI photo.
Oh, that one was 100% AI. That girl yesterday. I was like, okay,
Mhm.
no. It's easy to tell sometimes. Some of them are not that easy to spot for me, well, for us at least, but that
Yeah.
one was very obviously AI. So it's really
Mhm.
bizarre. It's a weird world. Okay, so next we need to get started on the bread.
Yes, that's right.
Okay, so we need bread flour, salt, warm water, and active dry yeast.
Yes.
Okay,
Oh, I should put my cheese in the fridge since I don't need it for
I
later.
just thought the same exact. So, okay, so we need a bowl for this bread.
Okay.
I guess should it be like kind of big?
Oh wait, do we need two bowls? Because I think you make the bread and then you dough and then you put it in a bowl.
Okay, so dissolve yeast in water and combine with flour and salt for a sticky dough. Transfer to a large bowl, brush with olive oil. Okay, so this one would be the one for that. So yeah, I
Yeah.
think we need 2 bowls.
I don't know what has happened to the big bowls in this house. We used to have three and we're down to one. So I'm using a giant measuring cup for the initial step of mixing stuff together.
And then I'm gonna put that on my little thing. Scale. Okay, so we need 3.5 cups. What would that be in the other thing though? In ounces?
Let me Google this. Uh, Convert cups to ounces. Oh, wait, that's going to be fluid ounce. We want weight ounce, right? Because
Yeah.
we're using a scale.
Yeah, and I can't believe it's bread
Uh,
flour. It's so weird. I had no idea that such a thing existed.
so it looks like I can't convert to a weight ounce, which would
Hmm.
make sense because you could have a cup of lead and a cup of feathers and they would have different weights. Um,
So
Hang
what
on.
if we
How
did three
much
and a
does
half cups of
1 cup
flour?
of flour weigh? Here we go. How much does 1 cup of flour weigh? It's 120 grams. So we want 3.5 cups. I'm doing the math here. 120 times 3.5. We want 420 grams of flour. Does yours do grams? I can give you ounces.
Yeah. Yeah. I have grams.
Okay,
Uh, yeah. So we want 400?
420. Yes.
Are you sure? Yeah, it feels, I mean,
The-
I believe you. I just was just double checking. It sounds like a lot. Because I thought you
Uh,
just said 100, like 100 per cup.
120 per cup, and it's 3.5 cups, right?
40, 60. Yeah. So what was it? 480, did you say?
420, 420.
420. Okay. I think the problem was that I heard 480, even though you said 420.
Okay.
Like, no, that's not right.
But yeah, you learned there's something called bread flour, right?
Yeah, bread flour. How many types of flour have you used before?
I really just use all-purpose. So here in Canada, all-purpose flour is the same as bread flour in other parts of the world. I don't know the science, but it has something to do with the type of wheat it comes from. So bread
Hmm.
flour is made from a certain type of wheat, which is what we grow here in Canada. So that's why our all-purpose flour tends to be good for bread.
I
This
see.
is a lot of flour.
Well, it's a pretty big loaf, to be
That's
honest, that he showed us. Like, hold on. 420, there we go. All right, 420 grams. Yes, correct? 420
Yep.
grams. All
There
right,
we go. I got
420
420.
grams is in. Sweet. Dissolve. Oh, wait, what the hell are we doing? I didn't dissolve my yeast in the water.
That's okay. I was gonna dissolve the yeast in the water in a cup and then pour it in.
But how much water though?
1.5 cups of warm water.
Where does it say that? Oh, okay. All right,
But we
one and a
also
half.
need to add salt at some point.
Okay. All right, hold on a minute. I'm losing
All right,
track of
I'll get
everything.
out my other measuring cup. 1.5 cups of warm water.
Yeah. I feel like this needs to be exact. I don't want to screw it up. All right.
Hey, you
I'm
don't
gonna
want it
warm.
too hot. Yeah, you
No,
don't
yeah,
want
I
it
won't.
too hot, yeah.
Okay. So just a little, like 15 seconds or something. Yeah, this
Yep.
was fridge. This comes out of the fridge dispenser because
So it'd be
in
cold, yeah.
yeah, in Florida we can't use the tap unless we want to die. We
Sounds
don't,
fun.
well, like to drink. You don't want to drink the
Mhm.
tap water. You don't do that here. You guys drink the tap water there? Safe?
Yeah, yeah, it's fine.
Wow. Sorry. We don't,
Hmm?
we can't. Let me see if this is warm enough. It's still pretty chilled. And yeah, I'm just sticking my finger in my
Okay,
own water.
I'm not judging you.
I just stuck my finger in my own water. You're not eating my bread anyways. 2, 1. I don't want to hear it. It's fine. All right, there we go. And I'm just gonna go with this. So then
Okay.
it's how much of this though? 2¼ teaspoons.
Yeah. Now, did you get yeast that comes like this, like 3 packages?
Yeah, it says
Yes.
7 grams.
So on the back of one of them, it says one envelope equals about 2¼ teaspoons.
That's what mine says.
Yes. So we just need one package.
Oh, okay. So we actually don't need to measure it. Hooray.
Nope.
How does this open though?
I have to use scissors with mine.
Okay. All right, hold on 1 second. Yeah, I can't get it open. I don't know where the kitchen scissors are. Okay. All right, so then I just dump it in.
Just dump it in.
All right, so and oh, it looks weird. I've never used these before.
Hmm.
Is this what I need for the starter for when we do the sourdough starter or no?
Nope, that is just flour and water. And it like
Mhm.
draws in natural yeast because there's like yeast all around us in the air. So it just draws in some of that and you're creating a little colony of yeast.
Oh, all right. Okay, so it is all in now, just kind of grainy. All right, so then what do I
Yeah.
have to do?
We still need to add the flour, sorry, the salt to the flour.
Do I
And
have to
that is,
stir this?
nope,
No,
nope,
don't stir the yeast. Okay.
I don't think so. So we need one and a
Sorry.
quarter teaspoons of salt. I'm just gonna eyeball this
Brave. Where does it go?
in the flour.
Okay. Bad about this if I didn't use enough.
I don't know if it's a chemistry thing or a flavor thing.
Okay. All right. So it's in. So now what?
Now I'm wondering if we should do things slightly out of order because we're gonna have dirty hands. Eventually, this goes in the bowl that has been brushed with olive oil. Should we just brush the bowl first?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, I don't think I have olive oil because it costs an arm and a leg here in Canada. So
Yeah,
I'm
it's
just
pretty
gonna use
expensive.
canola.
This is not a flavor thing. This is a keep it off the sides of the bowl thing, right?
Yes, I think so. Although it'll add something. I'm just trying to think because we're gonna fold the dough a couple times after, so it's not like the oil will be on the outside. Because I was wondering, is it gonna make it crispy on the outside? Might still have that effect.
Okay. I'm just trying to make sure that it doesn't need to be like a certain amount of olive oil.
Yeah, I
You know what
don't
I
think
mean?
so. I'm just kind of making sure that all the sides get oily, but I don't have a bunch of oil pooling in the bottom.
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm doing. So I'm trying to use the light in here to just make sure it looks shiny all around.
Yeah, and like there will be stuff that pools in the bottom over the course of 3 hours while it rises, and that must be fine. Otherwise, the instructions would have been much clearer on being careful about that.
Yeah. So there we go. It's in. Okay. So I think mine is good. I actually used olive oil spray.
Oh, I should have used an oil spray. Okay.
Yeah, I because my olive oil is way up on the top shelf and I didn't feel like jumping up there. So I have this one. Look,
Hmm.
this it's actual
Yeah,
olive
and I
oil
think
spray.
I have olive oil spray. I didn't think of that.
Ah, sorry, kiddo.
All
This is
right,
what
so we
happens.
dump the water into the flour and we combine it with our hands till it becomes a sticky dough.
Ew.
Hey, back up, back up, back up,
I don't
buddy.
want to do that. That sounds gross. Sounds disgusting, but okay.
Yeah,
There's a little bit of the stuff left in this
yeah,
bowl
I
though.
would probably scoop that in because
Try
that would
and
be
get
yeast.
it out. Yeah. I'm looking to see where my little spatula is. I have a little mini spatula, one of those rubber ones.
Yeah, I don't know
But
where mine is, so I'm using a spoon and doing a okay job of it.
oh, yes. I really love these little rubber spatulas though, honestly. They're so
Hmm.
useful. All right, so now it's all out. Okay, and I have to use my hands.
You do.
All right, let me wash my hands real quick though, and my
Oh, I
nose.
didn't think to wash my hands.
And you were
Oh,
giving me the face when I was sticking my finger in the water.
well.
This is gross.
Yeah.
And I don't like the way it smells. It smells like corn.
Mhm.
Ew, this is it smells like corn.
Smells like dough. I don't know.
I like corn, but it smells like corn. I don't know. You know what it feels like? Paper mache almost. I mean, it's doughier than paper mache, but
Yeah.
I don't know. It feels like that. What is paper mache even made of? I don't remember anymore as an adult.
Isn't it flour, water, and newspaper?
Oh, maybe.
So
It
we've
just
got some of the ingredients here.
mine smells like corn. I don't know.
I don't know. All
Craig,
right.
was this a mine is
Hmm?
not
Oh, can you see my hand? This is like I can't get this off my hand.
dissolved and for a sticky dough. I'm trying so hard.
So
It's
yeah,
not,
this is pretty sticky.
yeah, but mine's not all the way mixed because there's a lot still left in the bowl.
Oh yeah, so I kind of like scrape my knuckles along the bottom of the bowl to scoop it up.
Ew. Yeah, that's what I'm doing. It doesn't feel great or look great. Oh, I'm glad I didn't just paint my nails before this because you know what?
Mm-hmm.
The nail polish probably would have come off. Yeah, I think it smells, mine smells like corn. I don't know. It smells weird. All right. But we were talking about the flour earlier. The one flour
Yeah.
that does smell good is cake flour.
I don't know if
That
I've ever
smells
had cake
super good.
flour.
It's just like I think I forget how much finer it is than the other than regular flour,
Mm-hmm.
but it said it on the box. It's like, I don't know. I don't want to give a stupid number, but it's much finer, I guess.
Okay, I'm going
Okay,
to
so the
transfer my dough
sticky
to the
dough is
bowl.
good. Yeah, mine is good. Oh, it looks like this. Yeah.
Yep. And like my
Cool.
hand is just covered in it.
Yeah, mine too. Cool. Ick. Big X. Okay. Well, I'm glad that we're doing this, as disgusting as it is, because we've been wanting to make this
Mm-hmm.
bread recipe since we saw it.
Mm-hmm.
Next, though, I do have to make the sourdough starter because you have Louis over there,
I
and
do.
Louis needs a companion. We can make double sourdoughs. Okay, I can't get this all off my hands. I don't know what to say. Like,
Yeah, neither can I. So I get most of it and then just wash it off with water.
okay. Okay, so we need to cover it with a towel and set in sun for 3 hours. Yeah?
Cover in towel and set in the sun for 3 hours.
Okay, so it's gonna get a suntan. All right, so I'm gonna go and put my thing on a towel and you're gonna do the same. And then I guess we will check back in when we're at the next part, when we're at the
I think so.
putting the next step together, which is in 3 hours.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. All right, so now our bread has risen, I
It
think.
has. It has. I'm taking a peek. It looks double, at least double, maybe triple the size.
Oh yeah, it's so weird. I've never made bread before. I showed you a picture and you said it looks okay. So, and they look
Yeah, it
similar.
did.
So I'm
Hmm.
trusting that it's okay. All right, so what do we have to do?
Now we need to sprinkle a little bit of flour. It says on a board. I'm just going to do it on the counter. I wiped my counter. It's good to go. It's up to you if you want to use a counter or a cutting board.
Get cutting board. There we go. It wasn't loud at all, was it?
No, I can't
Okay.
wait until I'm done this 10 kilogram, 22-pound bag of flour because now I'm down to like the last bits in here and it's like it's such a huge bag. It just occurred to me it's made of
Greg,
paper and
why
I
don't
can
you
cut
just
out.
cut it? Why don't you just cut it? Yeah.
Okay, so for listeners at home, I am blonde. Keep that in mind.
Mm. All right, so I have my cutting board, and now you have a
Okay,
brand new bag of flour. All right.
this is
So
so much better. Holy
I'm
smokes. All
I'm
right.
just rubbing the flour on here, right?
Yep, just sprinkle it on,
Is
rub it
it the
around a
same flour, or do I
bit.
need a different, do I need all purpose or can I use the bread flour?
You can use the bread flour. It can be any flour because this is just to make it not stick to the counter.
Okay. Okay.
Now, is the flour bag closed enough? Yes, it does.
I was gonna tell you before you snipped it, make sure you leave enough room that you can like fold it
Yep.
over, and cut and actually close it. All right, so I'm glad you did. There we go. Done. The
Yay.
board is floured.
Yep. So now we put the dough in the middle of that.
So I just like take it out of my hands.
Yep.
Oh, it's sticky still. I thought it wouldn't be sticky.
I, yeah.
Is it always sticky?
Yeah, I've never made this recipe before, but I
Well,
think
yours
so.
is sticky, right? When you just pulled it out, right? It's
Yeah,
sticky.
it is. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. All right. I know it's stupid to even ask because like we're doing the same exact thing, but for listeners at home, cool thing is that we were checking our crock pots
Hmm.
after 4 hours and I forgot to turn my crock pot on. So
Happens to everyone.
so I just turned mine on a couple hours ago on high. So we'll have the same recipe, but cooked at different temperatures and speeds. So I'm sure it'll
Yeah.
be fine, right?
Oh, it'll be fine. It'll be fine.
Okay. All right. So it's
Uh,
on the plan. So now what?
so now we need to fold it 6 times, which usually means you grab a bit, stretch it, fold it, rotate it, stretch, fold, rotate it, stretch, fold. Here, I'll try
Okay.
to angle the camera,
No, 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 it's
which doesn't help
okay.
viewers at home or
It
listeners at
doesn't
home.
help. It's sticky as all hell, though.
Yeah,
All right. Folded. And then I grab it and I fold it. How many times?
6.
It smells kind of boozy.
Well, probably the yeast would have that smell because beer is made from
Ah,
yeast.
okay.
All
That
right, I
makes
guess that's
sense.
good. Now
How,
my
wait,
fingers
you
are
said
oily and I
six
have to
times?
6 times. Yep.
Okay, so what does yours look like? A ball?
Very sloppy ball. Yeah.
Hmm, I would expect nothing else.
Mhm.
Sloppy balls. Hold on. Hold on. I guess it's okay, but I'm worried that I didn't do it right.
No, it's fine. It's trust the process.
Okay, yeah, I did it. Sure. Now what?
Now we need to put it on a piece of parchment paper.
Okay.
I'm just gonna rinse the oil off my fingers. That was a bit oily.
Okay, mine's not oily, mine is sticky.
Okay. So I need a piece of parchment paper.
My hands were
Now,
not oily. Hold on, sorry. My hands are not oily, mine are sticky.
yeah, I think I might have had too much oil in my bowl because you used an oil spray, whereas I like poured the oil in.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, so now the parchment paper goes where?
We're gonna put the bread on the parchment paper. I tend to put like the side with all the folds down. So I'm gonna flip mine over when I put it on the parchment paper.
Okay, it's on there.
Okay, and now sprinkle flour on top.
Like a lot or like a little? Which doesn't really help me.
I did a big healthy pinch. I don't know if the camera view helps.
Yeah, kind of. Okay, sure. Covered. Done.
And then with a knife, we just cut into it several times.
How much? I'm watching you. Let me see you do it first.
I'll probably do one right across.
Like the center?
Yeah, and then I'll probably do a smaller one on each side.
Are you going diagonal or just straight down the middle?
I just went straight down the middle.
Like how deep is this cut supposed to go?
Maybe like a 1/4 inch to 1/2 inch is what I did.
Okay. So one down the center. And then do two smaller ones, you think?
Yep, that's what I did. Sometimes people just do one or two.
It's not really cutting very well.
Yeah, it doesn't cut easy. All right, now we take our Dutch oven, which has been preheating at 450, out of the oven.
Man, my Dutch oven is really heavy. Oh, cool. It's already stained now.
Yeah, they do kind of take on color as you use them, and you can't get rid of it.
It was literally the first time I used it. It looks like crap. Okay.
Well,
Oh, cool. So then what?
and then we put the whole thing, parchment paper included, into the Dutch oven. Put the lid back on. Then the whole thing goes in the oven and bakes for 36 minutes.
So hot. Oh my God, it went like
Yeah.
through the thing, like right through
Yeah, I don't
the
have
thing.
good oven mitts, so sometimes it
Fudge.
goes through.
Ooh, Nelly. It definitely went
Mhm.
through. Okay, and then I'm putting it back
Okay.
in the oven, which I'm really excited about to touch again since I just burned
Yeah.
myself.
Mhm.
All right, going in, and then did you say 35?
36.
Okay.
Mhm.
All right, 36 minutes is on. Dang, I burned the crap out of myself. That hurts
Uh-oh.
so bad. Okay, that's okay. Cool story. I don't know why
Yeah.
it burned. It burned like straight through these. These are supposed to be 500 degrees.
Oh, okay. Well, I guess not.
Lies, 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 lies. Commercial lies. Okay, so this is 35 minutes, but the lasagna is not quite ready.
Yep.
I don't know whose fault that is.
That sounds like my cat's fault.
I'm not sure whose fault it is. Somebody else's, that's not me. Okay. So I think now we just have to let it cook. So I guess I don't know.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
Now it's time for coffee with Callie and Craig, but
Hey.
not really
Yeah.
coffee, right?
I can't have coffee at 10:04 p.m. I can have
No.
coffee up until 1:59 p.m. and then, I'm cut off.
I can have coffee all the time. It doesn't matter.
Mm,
It won't even
must
keep
be
me awake
nice.
anymore. I just have coffee in my veins. Sometimes I have
I
coffee before we hop back in at nighttime so I can stay
I
awake.
used to drink coffee like right before bed, but not anymore. Even decaf. I can't have decaf after 2 p.m.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, listeners at home don't know that, but I do. All right. So, we have a lot to talk about because
We
our food is
do.
done,
It is.
and eaten already.
Mm-hmm.
So let's start with the bread.
The
So my
bread.
bread was really, really good.
It was phenomenal. Oh, yeah. No, I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, everybody really liked it here. Everyone really liked it.
Mm-hmm.
I really liked the texture. I was impressed with it. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
It seemed
Yeah,
like a bread I could have bought from the store.
was nice and soft on inside, crispy crust on the outside. The cats really liked it. Both my cats love carbohydrates, so they had
Mm-hmm.
some.
Mm-hmm. What
Mm-hmm. I
did you think
had,
about the
yeah,
lasagna?
it was really good. It was really good.
Mm.
I enjoyed it quite a bit.
Oh, good.
I'm
Yeah,
guessing you didn't enjoy it as much.
the difference was so I screwed mine up because
All
I
right, yeah,
cooked it differently. So, but I mean, we had the same amount of noodles that we put in there, but mine still ended up looking like it had way more noodles than yours. And then mine didn't look as red. So, like, sometimes when you make baked ziti or lasagna, depending on how much sauce you put in, it can look pink. And
yeah.
there are some people who love it when it turns like that pink color because that means like the ricotta. And I'm saying ricotta. Yes, I know that's not how you say it for anyone that is Italian.
How do you say it?
I'm not going to say it because I
Okay.
don't like the way my voice sounds when I say it, but I do know how to properly say it, but it's not ricotta. That's not how you should say it.
Ricotta?
I'm not gonna, no, that's not it
Okay.
either.
All right.
Uh, but I don't like the way it sounds when I try to talk Italian. I think it sounds silly
Oh,
for me.
okay.
So I'm not gonna do that.
All right.
But anyway, this means that there's a lot more ricotta in there, so then it makes it
Mm-hmm.
take on that pinkish color
Ah, yes.
flavor, which yeah, there are a lot of people that love it that way. I do love it, but I would rather have it rich red than
Mm-hmm.
that. So it was
Yeah.
really pink. And then it was still kind of too soupy for my husband. Uh,
Oh, interesting. Because ours was not soupy at all. It was like
Mine wasn't.
basically if I would have take real lasagna and like just chopped it all up, that's the consistency we had.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it seemed like two different bowls. Like so my bowl was, like firmer and then his had a little bit more. It seemed like soupy stuff
Mm-hmm.
in it. But he liked it. I didn't like it that much. I felt like the noodles again because mine didn't cook the right amount. I don't
Yeah.
know, but then again we put the noodles in at the same time.
And you, I think, had more noodles than me because you had a pound. I had less than a pound.
Oh, that's why.
But yours should have soaked up more of the liquid.
Yeah, it was just really noodly and
Ah, okay.
just I don't know, it was off for me. But my oldest daughter really loved it too. So she was
Okay,
really
good.
happy. Yeah. But yeah, it was okay. I probably wouldn't make it again. If you wanted it, I would probably show you how to make just the actual lasagna in there. And
Mm-hmm.
that's like 10 times better than what that was. I'd
Mm-hmm.
I'd be I'd be secure in saying that
Mm-hmm.
if you thought that was good, then
Mm-hmm.
making the actual lasagna in there would be like 10 times
Mm-hmm.
better. So I don't know. So you guys both liked it?
We both liked it quite a bit, and we've
Mm.
got leftovers for at least tomorrow, perhaps tomorrow and the next day. I'm
Nice.
trying to remember when we were on the last bit of the recording, did we say the final steps about adding the cheese?
Probably not.
Okay, so just in case, so a half hour before you finish it, you crunch up all the noodles and you add it in. And then about 5 minutes before serving, you mix in a cup of mozzarella cheese, half cup of Parmesan cheese, and then it said a cup of ricotta for topping. I just put the ricotta inside,
Yeah,
mix
we
it all
both did.
together.
Yeah.
And I put a little bit of ricotta on top when I was serving it. But yeah,
Yeah, I didn't put just a cup in. I put like the whole container in.
yeah,
So,
so the whole container is pretty much a cup, like it's just over a cup, but I'm like,
yeah.
this doesn't look right. I'm not gonna put
Yeah.
the whole thing in.
I don't think mine is a cup. I think mine might have been 2 cups. I think it might have been 16
Mm,
ounces.
yeah.
So which is would have given mine the more pinkish color, like I
Hmm.
said. So yeah, it was okay. The flavoring was pretty good though. You know what
Yeah.
I didn't get though? I didn't get any peppers. I don't know where the hell all the peppers were. I actually just now I'm realizing that I didn't taste any peppers.
So that's interesting because I remember tasting one pepper
Huh.
and there were like a whole lot more pieces of pepper than
Maybe they
one in
sunk
there.
to the bottom.
So maybe like when I get to leftovers, it'll
Yeah,
be
like
all
maybe
peppers
tomorrow
all
it'll be
over the
like
place.
all peppers or something. Yeah.
Hmm.
Maybe I'll like it better tomorrow too. He'll probably like it better tomorrow too because it won't be as liquidy.
Yeah, it should be thicker then. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But I will definitely add more sauce to mine tomorrow. Like I'll
Hmm.
probably just add pasta sauce to it.
Yeah, that would work.
It wasn't, yeah, but everyone else thought it was pretty good. But yeah, I was super impressed with the bread. I think the bread was the overall winner for things that
Hmm.
impressed me. I don't know. I thought it was pretty good.
Yeah.
Did you use the garlic butter or no?
I did, yeah. So we have some leftover garlic butter. I spread it on. I didn't then toast it. We just had it straight on, and it was really good.
Hmm.
It was a nice
Yeah,
compliment to the lasagna soup.
I didn't do that and I wished I had done that, but I don't know. Still was good. It was pretty good.
Hmm.
Yeah, and then did we say we were going to talk about your movie? I don't remember. I have no idea. Or was
Oh,
that the
I don't
last
know.
podcast?
We
I don't even
watched,
know.
yeah, we watched. Oh, I just told you before we hopped on.
Mm,
Jake Gyllenhaal, Michael
you
Pena,
did.
they're cops. It's like end of duty, end of shift, end of duty, end of duty. Maybe it's end of
Here, it's
duty.
in the chat. Hold on. You just sent it to
Okay.
me. You
Anyway.
said it's called End of Watch.
End of Watch. That's what it was. And they're cops, and it was pretty good. No, it was very good, but the I had some issues with how they filmed it because it was supposed to be like we're seeing the movie from people holding camcorders, people holding their phones, people like the body cams because they're police, so it's like captured image or captured video. But
Hmm.
then there's all these scenes that clearly, because there's like two characters having sex, and there's not some third person in the room watching them on a camcorder. So we lost some of the logic of the filming in that part. But overall, the story was pretty good though, and the acting was good.
Sounds like a wild ride.
Yeah, it was a wild ride.
It sounds like a wild ride. Speaking of wild rides, and this will be like another 2 weeks till this is posted, but right now, TikTok has
Hmm.
been banned in America
True
as of just a
for
few minutes
you.
ago.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I
So,
still have access. I'm gonna like enjoy my TikToks, and I'll try not to make you too jealous.
mm-hmm. Yeah, I'll just be jealous that you're over on TikTok without me because there's nothing
Hmm.
I can do about it. And I wonder what does it show for our accounts? Hey, go look at your TikTok real quick and see if my
So
account's still there.
I actually just liked and shared your TikTok right a moment before you said your TikTok is down.
Mm-hmm.
Here we go. Cali Kitsu on TikTok. Yeah, you're still there. Your account is still there.
Say
All your
hi to
videos.
her. Give her a nudge. So when
I
I finally
will
come
give
back,
her
I
a
have
nudge.
all my nudges
I'll
for
give
my
her. Oh, I didn't mean to give a laughing. Sorry. The
Oh,
nudge button moved.
little shit.
Can I delete that? No, I can't. Oh, wait. Delete. There we go. I can delete. I'm not mocking laughing anymore. I'll
Well,
give
you
you a second
were
nudge.
earlier. To be fair, you
Hmm.
to be fair, you were a little bit, but it's okay. Um, yeah, I really can't imagine what it's like for creators that make the majority of their
Hmm.
money using that platform because
Yep.
like for us, it's the opposite. Like we rely on Instagram more than we rely
Yeah,
on TikTok. I mean, just because it sucks for us doesn't mean I want it to go away because we still have a lot of fun with it. And I certainly want
true.
it to stay around for people who actually use it and sort make a living off
Hmm.
of it. So I don't even know, like if we lost, I'm so pissed with Instagram and all these stupid changes they're making, and we really are handcuffed to that platform right now.
Yeah, you
Like
are.
we have the ability, like we haven't been posting on Twitter really aside from the social jukebox. And I
Hmm.
haven't noticed really any difference in like we do the sales numbers together, you and I haven't noticed a dip in sales since we've been
Nope.
posting less on Instagram. I mean, I'm sorry, not Instagram, but posting less on Twitter. And I'm
Hmm.
not gonna say the other one. The other stupid name, whatever it is. What's it called? X, right?
X.
X,
Yeah,
yeah. So since we've been not posting there, I haven't noticed anything, but
yeah.
we would notice if we stopped posting on Instagram. I
I
definitely
think
would
so.
for me. For
Yeah,
me, I don't know about other authors, for the brands, but I know for me, that's where I get the majority of my stuff. Although Blue
yeah.
Sky's picking up for me.
Yeah, Blue Sky's picking up for me too. Yeah,
Yeah.
the demise of X is interesting because our company accounts get next to no likes or retweets anymore. And
Hmm.
it used to be with our Twitter account when our software was down and we were no longer tweeting, like our sales would dip. And
Yeah.
so like we could tell when the software was working or not based on sales
Based
numbers.
on sales. Yeah.
But it seems like now that no one's using X anymore, the sales have not dipped. So I guess we've kind of built up enough of our own momentum and built up on our
Hmm.
other platforms that we can survive without X now.
Yeah. Well, it would be nice if we could survive without all of them, to be honest.
That would be
But
nice. Yes.
yeah,
I
because
do
now,
kind of think we're heading to a post-social media era pretty darn
well, I
soon.
don't know I don't know how we'll promote our books then is the
I
problem.
have no
Like, I
idea.
don't know how we'll get our books in the hands of readers, to be honest, to just get them to talk about them. I have no idea. The answer is to just spit out as many books as possible, I guess,
That could be
quickly as
very well the
possible, maybe.
answer.
I have no
Hmm.
idea. Yeah, so well, we're doing our part to get that done. I'm
We are?
like
Yeah.
80% done with my book, with my pirate novel.
Oh, yeah. Awesome.
Yeah.
I'm looking
What
forward to that
about,
one.
yeah.
I'd say like 60 to 70%. I've definitely passed the halfway mark and the end is in sight. But the Drag Queen books, like this is book two in the series, they don't really have like a clearly defined story arc. And it's not like, oh, I know these events have to happen before I get to the end. It's sort of like this whole mishmash of stuff that sort of comes together. So it's how much mishmash I want to put in.
Yeah, I'm just a complete pantser. So
Hmm.
I honest to God, I don't even know exactly where I want this to cut off, but I'll know it when
Hmm.
I get to it. Like
Yeah, yeah. Like I
there's
said, I know
this,
my final
yeah,
two words.
yeah. I
Uh,
know, yeah,
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 and
the end.
between here and there, yeah, yeah,
It's
for
the end.
sure, the end. Between here and there, I don't know exactly what happens.
Yeah. Yeah, I usually just feel it. That's what I've done with all of the books that I've written. I haven't really,
Hmm.
it's just like I'm like, okay, I'm done. And then I just
Yeah.
know. I don't know, it's so weird. So
Hmm.
we'll see if it happens. I don't know. Or I'll be on 200,000 words and be like, I'm still writing, Craig. Haven't found the
At
ending.
200,000 words, like wrap
Uh,
it up.
yeah,
Yeah.
no, I'm still going. But I still haven't thought of a name for this book yet. So I don't
Mm,
know. I just have
mm-hmm.
to keep going. No, I
Hmm.
don't know about that one.
My peg is 7 inches.
What was the one? What did I don't know. Our husbands were having a lot of fun with naming this book. John
Hmm.
said,
Was
what
it
did
like
John say? Fill
one
my
of
peg hole, poke
one of
my
them was
peg
like
hole or
shove it
something.
in my peg hole,
Shove it
maybe?
in my
Yeah.
pig hole. And then my husband was like, I don't even know what he said the other day. Something crazy. Craig and I are just sitting in here. He just messaged me like random titles. So hey, but we're very lucky. We have very supportive
That's
spouses that
true. That's
support
true.
our asinine story ideas.
Because
All
they could
right.
easily be like, ah, gay pirates. No one wants to read that. But instead, they're like, here are 5 title suggestions.
Absolutely. Between the two of them, I think I got 6 titles. I think John
Yeah.
gave like three, and my husband gave like three too.
Hmm.
So yeah, and then you and I came up with, I don't know, for
We come up with the
umpteen.
non-fun titles. It's those two that come up with like shove it in my peg hole
I forget what it said. Hold on,
or
let me just
plunder my
pull.
booty.
Where
Yeah.
was the thing? Hold on. I have to see if I can find the message really fast. And then we knew we were gonna do a longer thing today.
Hmm.
Uh two rums and a captain's bum.
There we go.
Yeah, plug my porthole was the
Plug my
other
porthole.
one. Oh God. Okay. So I'm not using any of those. I can tell you that much.
I
But
don't
yeah,
know.
we'll see. Mhm. I don't know
Plug my
either.
porthole. I
No.
know I'm bored with that.
I don't think I'm gonna do that. I don't think so. But yeah, we'll see how it goes. Do you need
Mhm.
to take an allergy pill? Are you okay?
Yeah, I think I'm okay. I think I'm okay.
Okay.
Yeah, for listeners at home, I have discovered after 10 years of having cats that I am mildly allergic to these boys, especially this one that loves to cuddle right up in my face and get his fur up in my nose. That's the one
Mm-hmm.
I'm allergic to.
Yeah, wizard.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And here he
Oh,
is, like,
he's so
fur in my
handsome.
nose again.
Yeah, he just like walks back and forth to Craig
Mm-hmm. And his
across Craig's
tail just
face and
drags under my
he drags
nose.
his tail under his nose and then like rubs his face under his chin and now he's just taking care of him, kissing him.
Mm-hmm.
He's adorable. Anyway, I
Yeah.
think that was it. So yeah, it was okay for me. I didn't love the
Well, I really
recipe,
loved it.
but I really loved the bread.
Good.
So at least there's that. And then I think that is really it for
That might
us.
be it. I'm looking
I,
forward to the next few episodes because I know at least on the next one, I think we've got a guest coming up.
mhm.
Like we said before, we're not going to name names until like they actually happen, just in case schedules
Yeah,
change or things like that. But we've
yeah.
got some. Oh, and we've also planned our February episode. That's going to be a
Oh,
lot of fun.
yeah. Well, that we could say. Yeah,
Yeah,
for
that would be fun.
Valentine's, make chocolate for our husbands, which
Hmm.
we'll obviously be eating too.
Yeah.
But
So
but
it's recipes that we like.
yeah, but we were looking for an anime food recipe last week, and then I remembered seeing in a bunch of animes that the characters sometimes make Valentine's chocolates.
Hmm.
So we decided we're gonna make some truffles and chocolate covered strawberries and put little cute boxes together. So we'll see how
Hmm.
that goes. Or we're
Yeah.
gonna eat them all and then they'll have nothing.
Yeah. They didn't put in the work. They don't have to eat it.
We'll see how it goes. All right, cool. So now, final thought of the day. What does Wizard
Final.
have to say? I have no
What does
idea.
Wizard have to say?
Hmm.
Well,
Oh.
I know what Wizard wants to say to me, which is sit here and write for hours so I can sleep in your arms, because that's what he likes to
Mm.
do.
Hmm.
But Wizard's thought of the day that's actually relevant to other people might be something like, um, writing advice is always like work hard, put in those 1,000 words, write 20 minutes every day. But sometimes you got to stop and you got to pet a cat and you got to smell the roses or you got to like take care of yourself. So don't push too hard. I think that would be the thought of the day from Wizard.
Oh man, he's so wise.
He
What
is.
a wise cat. All right. And now you can tell people where to find us.
Yeah, we are on YouTube, Instagram, Threads, TikTok, and
Uh,
Twitter.
uh, nope.
No?
We're not
Oh,
on TikTok anymore.
maybe not in your country. Our
Well, you're,
account still exists on TikTok.
oh, that's true. Well,
Yes,
who's gonna maintain it? I'm not gonna, I
I
can't
have no
maintain.
idea.
Oh,
Yeah,
I guess you're gonna maintain it.
I
I'll
guess
just
I'm
send
in
you the
charge
password
now.
later.
Whoop-de-doo.
Yeah, I'll send you another one to take care of.
All right, so on Instagram, YouTube, Threads, and X, but we don't really use X, but we're sometimes on there at Cali Craig Talk, CaliCraigTalk.
Yeah, and thanks for listening. And if you haven't bought our books yet, please buy our books
Yes,
because they're really good.
especially our Christmas one. Now that Christmas is over, perfect time to read a Christmas book.
It
Cookies,
really
Candles,
is.
and Cute Butts for Christmas by Cameron D. James and Callie Kitsu.
It really is. So filthy.
Mm-hmm.
Filthy
Mm-hmm.
and hilarious. I don't know. Okay, anyway, that's it
Yeah,
for us.
that's it. That is it.
Thanks for listening, and we will see you guys next time. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye-bye-bye-bye-bye.
Oh, every time. I just was like, I literally was not looking at the camera on purpose. I'm like, you're not gonna make me laugh when you say goodbye. Okay,
Mhm.
for real, for real.
Okay,
Bye.
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 Bye. Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.